भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. Welcome to restarting of our sessions on Bhakti Vaibhava course. So I hope everyone is fine. We lost one devotee. So you all know him, Suryapati Prabhu. He is from Hyderabad and he is our Bhakti Vaibhava student, online student. Because of Corona, so his health was degraded and finally he left his body. So it happened very long back. Long back means few weeks back. Yes, you all pray for him so that he can get the continued service to Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay, so how many are there on the online? 11, 10 students. 10. On site, 6, 9, 10. 10, no? Okay, 11. Yeah. So we'll continue our discussion. Somehow, because of my health reasons, I discontinued the first chapter of second canto. So that has to be completed. And then I will teach second chapter also by Friday actually. Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday actually, yeah. No, until Thursday, 4 days. So I will cover this chapter, pending chapter, first chapter, and next chapter, second chapter. So then after that, on the Friday, so Sri Kesha Prabhu will be teaching third chapter and fourth chapter. And he will take total 4 days. You will be having the holiday for Nirjala Ekadasi. I will send the calendar anyway. So I made the calendar for coming 5 months. So I will send the very few holidays only we have. One is Nirjala Ekadasi and another is, I think, Janmashtami and Radhashtami. So only these many holidays till October ending. Just Kartik is started at the end of the October. So almost all at the mid of the October, we are going to finish third canto also. And after that, so that means at the last week of the October, we'll be starting fourth canto. And our course, roughly I made the schedule actually. That means some estimation. So it will be, if everything goes well and in time, so it will be finished by May, next year, May. Because actually we started, it's 1 year course. we should finish it by the March actually, March 1st. That is the commitment. But because of the certain reasons, so we have given holiday for Saturday, and because of this, we lost almost all more than 1.5 month working days. So that got affected, and that's why almost all 2 months we can consider actually. So that's why it should be ending on the April ending. Anyway, mid of May we'll finish actually. So that is the reason. So course will be like this almost also. Class wise scheduling already I did, and yeah. So Sri Keshu Prabhu will be teaching 4 chapters. Sorry, 2 chapters in the next week, because Monday is the holiday, and after that, next Nirjala Ekadasi actually, Monday. And after that, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 4 days, 24. He'll be teaching the second chapter, third chapter, and fourth chapter. Then after that, remaining 6 chapters, I will teach of the second canto, because rarely we get teachers for the second canto, so I should do okay, no problem. And yeah, like this. So second canto will be finishing at the mid of, I think, August. We'll finish this. No, August not, July. July. Mid of July. July 15th. Okay, so I hope you all remember the starting of this chapter. You all revised, I think. Wise students always revise the subject matter before coming to the class. You are all wise. Um, second canto, first chapter. So what it is saying, till where we discussed, 19th is finished. So what is going on in that? Anyone remember? Yes, please take mic and speak. Nobody. Where is our Samanand Prabhu? And if you are missing, who are else? Huh? Bhavgrahi? Bhavgrahi is there. Yes. And others? Everyone is here? Yes, Gokulanand Prabhu. We are waiting for you, Prabhu. And Nam Sankirtan Prabhu? No, he's coming. Okay. Akshay Hari Prabhu, where is Akshay Hari? 24th is coming. Huh? Good. He is in touch with someone. Huh? Yeah. Okay, tell me. Pidambar Chetan Prabhu, anyway, he asked permission and he has some other work for one day. Okay. What is going on? So in the first exam, so your performance is not so good. So I am also not happy. But in the second exam, your performance is quite good. Why? I don't know. That much big difference is there compared to first and second exam. What is the reason? Any chitka? All combinedly together. Anything you did or not? And yes, good. And third exam results will be given after 4 days. In this second canto, first chapter, we were discussing the various stages of Ashtanga Yoga. 19th sloka is telling about the Dharana and Samadhi. Why we are discussing this? Why Sukadeva Goswami is discussing this point? How the chapter is flowing? Tell me, anyone who is going to tell? No? Such a difficulty actually after a break. Mike.
In that place, there was some impersonalist sages are present there. So that he said this verse.
Acha. Okay. Where are the impersonalists? Where are those? Tell someone. You want to try? Yes, please.
Sukadeva Goswami tries to answer the Parikshit Maharaj question that what is the duty of a dying man. So first he begins with describing the Ashtanga Yoga.
So what is the last question asked by the Parikshit in the first canto? Can anyone recite that sloka? यस्रोतव्यमतो जप्यं यत्कर्तव्यं रुभिः प्रभो स्मर्तव्यं भजनीयं वा ब्रूहि यद्वा विपर्ययम् पुरुषस्येह यत्कार्यं म्रियमाणस्य सर्वथा. This is the question he asked. So Sukadeva Goswami is going to reply. What is the meaning of this sloka? What is the question? What question Parikshit was asking? No?
Hear, chant or remember.
What he should chant.
Worship.
What he should hear. What should he do? So person about to die, what he should do, and what he should remember, and what he should worship. And also he asked one more thing. What?
What should not?
Yes. Who is that? Yeah. Online students, you can also raise your hand and speak. Yes.
And Prabhu, what should he not do?
Viparyayam means what should not hear, what he should not chant, what he should not do, what he should not remember, what he should not worship. This thing he asked. So then Sukadeva Goswami started replying from where? It's a big question. From where he started replying? Which part he took first to reply? He took what he should not, one should not hear, one should not chant. Those things he said. Yes? So that's why Srotavyadini Rajendra Nrunam Santi Sahasrasaha Apashyatam Atmatattvam Gruheshu Gruhamedhinam Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Vyayayena Vyavayena Chava Vayaha Divacharteha Rajan Kutumba Bharanenava देहापत्य कलत्रादिषु आत्मसैनिश्वसत्सु अपि तेषां प्रमत्तो निधनं पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति. So he is explaining in these four slokas. So there are these so many things are there to hear for the householders who are entangled in the family life, and they spoil their time. Daytime they work hard to earn the livelihood, and in the night time, so they spend their time by sleeping. So in this way, so their whole life is finished, and they think their family members are their soldiers. So deha apatya kalatradishu atma saineshu asatsu. They are all not real actually. Their relation with them is not real, but still pramattaha. Pramattaha means he is not attentive, and nidhanam pashyannapi na pashyati. So he is seeing in front of his eyes all these people are living. His grandfather was there at the childhood, and when this boy got the age of 20, no grandfather. Then this person got the age of 50, there is no father. Then, so like this, when he got the 75, there are no friends. And after that, he will not be there. He's seeing all these things. The way in that village, also sometimes in the city or wherever you stay. So some people very much attached to the money and the land and for the society name, fame. So at the when they were alive, so they were fighting for the things. Then they got the severe disease, and then after that, their body, their health is degraded, and they finished. And he is seeing, and nothing they took with them. He is seeing everything clearly, but he will not realize. Pramattaha. Pramattaha means he's not attentive. That means he's not able to understand this, realize this. And that's why he will also waste his life. Tesham pramatto nidanam pashyannapi na pashyati. He is seeing everything but not seeing. That's going to happen. So then what Sukadeva Goswami said after that? So after saying this, so he is saying Tasmad Bharata. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Bhayam. Hey, Parikshit, if you desire the fearlessness, so then what you should do? You have to worship Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Hari. Hari should be heard. You should chant the holy names of the Hari, and you should remember the Hari always, the past tense of the Hari. So this is what is the success of the life? The success of the life is at the end of the life, one should remember the Krishna. So that is a success. Then he is a successful person. So many people have their various definitions. Materialistic people, if you see, so if I build the big house for my family, that is my success of my life. So illusion, that is. Illusory things, some people they keep as a target. But what is the real success of the life? Antye Narayana Smritihi. Then after that, so an important sloka, 11th. Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatamakuto bhayam yoginam nrupanirnitam hare namanukirtanam. Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatamakuto bhayam yoginam nrupanirnitam hare namanukirtanam. So that's why even Nirvidyamananam. Nirvidyamananam means who are those? Liberated people who are free from the avidya and who are liberated people. They also should what? What is decided for them? For them also what is decided? Harer Namanu Kirtanam. So that means Sankirtan, Kirtanam. So Kirtan is continued even in the after the liberation also, even that means even after going to the Goloka, this will be continued. And that's why if Jiva Goswami says in his Navadha Bhakti, when he explains Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, in that Navadha Bhakti he discusses. So that Navadha Bhakti, so Sadhana Bhakti is two types, Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. When he discussed about the Vaidhi Bhakti initially what it from where he starts, Jiva Goswami starts in the Bhakti Sandarbha Vaidhi Bhakti from the Sharanapatti. Sharanapatti is the starting actually. And after that, Sadhu Sangha, Guru Ashraya. So like this, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. These are the various types of the Vaidhi Bhakti, various limbs of the Vaidhi Bhakti. So we have in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 64 items, but here few items he discusses. He discusses in Bhakti Sandarbha. There he says, Etan Nirvidyamananam. So he quotes this sloka and says, first, our devotional process should start with what? What kind of limb we should first start out of the ninefold process? First one is Shravanam. We should start with the Shravanam and the next Kirtanam. So once Shravanam and Kirtanam, by this, what will happen? Heart will be purified, and then one will go to the Smaranam. Smaranam is not so easy actually. Smaranam is recommended for whom? So some people, they will sit in the japa and they do the Smaranam. Instead of doing the chanting and hearing, just, and they will say that I am remembering or I am doing inside. What is this inside? Actually, this is not recommended actually. Shravanam should be there. You should hear and also you should chant. And by this, what is going to happen? So our heart will be purified. What is the sloka to say this? Shrunvatam Sakatam Krishnaha Punyashravana Kirtanaha Hrudyantasto Hyabadrani Vidhnoti Suhrussatam. So he is entering into the heart and is clearing all these impurities. So that's why one should chant and hear. So by this, when heart is purified, then you can enter into the Smaranam. So, and this sloka saying, even after going to the Smaranam, you should not leave the Kirtanam. Etan nirvidyamananam. So, ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam rupanirinitam harer naman anukirtanam. That means one has to continue Kirtan also. Without continuing the Kirtan, simply Smaranam is not recommended. It is the point actually there. So that's why Smaranam, without properly practicing the Shravanam and Kirtanam, if you enter into the Smaranam, what will happen with contaminated heart? Instead of focusing on the Lord, you will be focusing on various varieties of Maya. So you will be various products. You will be focusing on that. This will happen. Okay. Next, after that, the life. What is the best way of the leading the life? So even 1 minute, one momentum of the time if you get, so that is sufficient to make your life successful. Who is that king who made his life within few moment, within 1 moment actually? So he made one muhurta. So we will be studying the divisions, the units of the time. We will be studying in the 3rd canto, 11th chapter. The first unit, the upper like that. So we'll be studying the units. There, the time will be clearly. I don't remember now. Muhurta is how many? First, the smallest unit of time is, not nimisha. Is the time sun takes to cross one atom. That is the basic unit of the time. Paramanu time. That is Paramanu Kala. Paramanu Kala. Sun takes the time to cross one atom. So that is a basic unit. Like that, you have the various units of the time. So anyway, one muhurta, within one muhurta, Katwanga Rishi made his life successful. And we know that story we discussed. So now that's why here, what Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hey, my dear Parikshit, you have 7 days. It's such a big time you have. And such a lengthy span. No? If we also come to know our death, it will be very nice. No? We will also be serious. It is also actually one benefit only. It's a benefit for the Parikshit Maharaj. Because he came to know when he is going to die. So then he will be fully focusing. And but we are in the illusion thinking we have so many years, but finish. So that's why he is saying, then after that, what happened? So then he will explain about the person, what he has to do. He has to leave his home and he has to travel to the Tirtha Stalas, and then he has to follow the various yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dhyan, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. One has to practice these various stages of the meditation. Like this, Sukadeva Goswami was explaining. Initially, he said, so what one should not do. Then after that, he said, one should meditate, one should hear Shravatavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha. Then he said, one should hear about the Hari, one should chant the Hari's names, one should remember the Hari, he said. Then after that, what is the success of the life, he said. Then after that, how to utilize the time. That means bhakti can be done within moment also, you can make your life success. Then after that, he is saying, so what one should do, one should not stuck in the family life, he should leave that. Antyakale tu purusha agate gata sadvasaha chindyat asanga shastrena spruhun dehenu chatam gruhat parivrajitaha dhiraha punyatirtha jalaplutaha. So that means one has to leave the house. And he is recommending abhyasena suddham. These slokas, each sloka is explaining about each kind of the stages of the Ashtanga Yoga. 19th sloka is telling about what? 19th sloka is telling about the Dhyana and Samadhi. Okay. Then after that, what? That means one has to, in this, one has to, what he should do? He has to meditate on the Manaha Nirvisham Yuktva Tataha Kinchana Nasmaret Padam Tat Paramam Vishnoho Mano Yatra Prasidhati. One has to fully go on Samadhi. Samadhi on whom? In the Samadhi, we will be remembering whom? Vishnu. So one should do Samadhi on Vishnu. That is the final thing he said. Okay. Well, then what is happening in the 20th sloka? So that is the today's. Dharana is over. Over or not? And once again we are coming to the Dharana. Why? Because it is for us. People who are not able to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly, Sakshat Bhagavan. One who is not able to meditate on the Lord, then what he has to do is recommended in the 20 and 21st on further. Okay, we'll go from this sloka onwards. Rajastamobhyamaakshiptam vimudham mana atmanah yacchedharanaya dhiro hanti ya tatkrutam malam. Who is going to read?
Translation. One's mind is always agitated by the passionate modes of material nature and bewildered by the ignorant modes of nature. But one can rectify such conceptions by the relation of Vishnu and thus become pacified by cleansing the dirty things created by them.
Yeah. What Sukadeva Goswami is saying in this? Acharya Jiva Goswami is commenting on this. Huh? Projector? Where is projector? Why projector? Tomorrow you'll get. If it is repaired. So ati vikshiptasya mooda chittasya yasya tu saksha Sri Bhagavati dharana na sampadyate. If our mind is agitated by the rajoguna and tamoguna, then can we do the previous process? What is said? Dharana, is it possible? Dharana, is it possible? No. If we are influenced by if heart is influenced by the rajas and tamas, then one cannot do that means one cannot meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. Saksha Sri Bhagavati dharana na sampadyate. It is not possible to meditate on the direct form of Supreme Lord. When the heart is agitated by rajoguna and tamoguna, mode of rajas and tamas, then what we should do? Then what then that kind of yogi, what he should do? He should meditate on what? He should meditate on he should meditate on the prapancha. He should meditate on the prapancha means he should meditate on the who is the form of prapancha? What is that form? Virat. One should meditate on the Virat. That kind of yogis should meditate on the Virat. That is going to be discussed. That's why now topic is why the Virat discussion is coming. You should understand. This is the reason. Because the general process is said. One should leave the place, house, and do the tirtha stalas and do the yama, niyama, and finally come to the samadhi. Samadhi on Supreme Lord. If one is not able to do that, that yogi should meditate on the Virat. So, prapanchameva etad dharanamayattvena sampadayati raja ityam. Why Virat? One should meditate on the Virat. What is the reason? What will happen? If one's mind is agitated by the passion and ignorance, then he has to meditate on the Virat. What is the logic? Anyone knows? Acha. Speculation or some reality? Speculation. No speculation. Acha. Okay, try.
Lord Vishnu will help. Because Lord Vishnu helped them, he purify their passionate and ignorance mode. Virat form is Lord
what
Vishnu.
question I asked? Why Virat? One should meditate on Virat. Why? You want to say? Okay, we'll see that. Don't worry. Just I am putting question so that When answer comes, your brain will catch. That's why I will say answer in the coming slokas. It is coming. You should get that out. So, but I am helping you to get doubts, questions. That is also important. So, how this sloka is: Rajastamobhyam vikshiptam vimudham manaha. What kind of mind? Which is agitated, vikshiptam, agitated by rajas and tamas. So, or akship, sorry, rajas tamobhyam akshiptam vimudham. Akshiptam means here, what is the meaning of akshiptam? Is agitated. And vimudham means bewildered. Rajoguna is the cause for the agitation of the mind. Tamoguna is the cause for the bewilderment. So when you are influenced by the Rajoguna, then you will be so much agitated. That means you in your mind you will be getting this so many deviations, so many different kinds of the thoughts. I will do this, I will do that, I will see that movie, I will hear that music, and I will go to that party, I will go to this. This is due to Rajoguna. Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajoguna samadbhava. Rajoguna will create the lust actually. And to have that, you will be running behind that. So, and Tamoguna, what it does? It does vimudham, bewilders you. And that means, bewildering means what? We just forget the what is right and what is wrong. Without, that means, sense of the right and wrong, we will be start behaving. That is the bewilderment. These two are the causes for the akshiptam and vimudam. And that kind of mana, mind, what it should do? Dharanaya yachet. So it should get rid of those two things, vikshiptam and vimudam, by what? By the dharana. Dharana on what? Is not mentioned here in this sloka. Dharana. Dharana means it is the activity. So dharana, what is the object of the dharana? What is the shelter, ashraya? What is the object of the dharana? Is not mentioned here. That will be the Virat Rupa. That will be seeing in the next slokas. But here what he said, Sukadeva Goswami said, one should do only, one should do the dharana. By doing that, what will happen? By doing that dharana will cause for the clearing. Hanti means vinashyati. That means it will destroy. By that dharana, one should destroy what? Tatkrutam malam. Due to this rajas and tamas, there is a lot of contamination in your heart. That has to be finished. That has to be finished by that dharana. That means, understood the sloka meaning? Not. Manaha, atmanaha manaha. Mana. Atmanaha manaha means own mind. Yachet. Dharanaya yachet. So that means mind should be rectified or get rid of these two things, attachment and bewilderment. So by what? By the dharana. And also by that dharana, ya means dharana. By that dharana, one should destroy the contamination in the heart. So that's the translation is like that. What is the meaning of dharana? Huh? Dharana means what? Huh? What is the difference between dharana and dhyan and the samadhi? Anyone knows? Yes, Nam Sankirtan Prabhu.
Um, so there is a, I think it's according to Kurma Purana, it speaks about the different types of meditation, and it says that dharana means support or pillar, and it means to hold the object of meditation for 12 seconds in the mind. And dhyana means it's already meditation, and it's to hold the object of meditation 12 times more. That means 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Acha, acha.
And
So Jiva Goswami explains in the Bhakti Sandarbha, Anuscheda number 278. So while he was discussing the Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, in that Smaranam, he is discussing these various kinds of the Smaranam actually. So what are those? Idam Smaranam Panchavidam. It is a 5 types. First one is Smaranam, second Dharana, third Dhyanam, fourth is Dhruvanusmriti, 5 is Samadhi. These are the 5 different kinds of the Smaranam. What is Smaranam? So basic definition of Smaranam, Yat Kinchit Anusandhanam Smaranam. Just remembering Krishna, Krishna's name, Krishna. This is Smaranam. Simple. Remembering one time is also known as Smaranam. Then what is the Dharana? Sarvataha Chittam Akrushya Samanyakarena Manodharanam Dharana. That means taking out your mind from all other things and in general way remembering about, in general, not any specific features of the Lord, but in the general way remembering about the Krishna or the Supreme Lord. He is known as Dharana. And then Dhyanam is what? So Visheshataha Rupadi Chintanam. The particular form or the particular feature or the lotus feet, you can meditating on the one thing, one specific thing of the object of the meditation. Then that is known as Dhyanam. Then what is the Dhruvanusmriti? Amruta dharavat anavachinnam tad. If Dhyanam is continued without any break, then that is known as Dhruvanusmriti, Tailadhara, like the flow of the oil or the Amruta dhara. If you pour the Amrutam like this, it is continuously falling. But if you pour the water, water breaks actually in between. But Tailadhara or otherwise the Amruta dhara, it is continuous. That means your meditation is continued. Then that is known as Dhruvanusmriti. Then what is the Samadhi? Dhyaya Matra Spuranam. So Dhyaya Matra Spuranam means just remembering the object of meditation, nothing else. Nothing else. Then that is known as, that means you fully absorbed in that. Then that is, and even you will forget about the, so your position also, you will remembering the only that object. So that is Dhyaya Matra Spuranam. Then that is known as Samadhi. It is a basic definition. I am not giving the detailed definitions because the detailed definitions you might be getting in the Patanjali Yoga. It is a technical terms, these are all. But Jiva Goswami explained the basic meanings. And then for each one examples also he gives. So Dharana, Dhyanam, Dhruvanusmriti, Smaranam, Dharana, Dhyanam, Dhruvanusmriti, Samadhi. For each one item, so he gives the examples also. So okay, anyway, that you can refer Bhakti Sandarbha 278 Anucheda, and after that further Anuchedas, if you see, you'll be getting the examples for each. Just I am giving the additional point, that's all, nothing uh, new thing I am saying here. Okay, yes. So that means ultimately simple words, if you discuss the meaning of this sloka, so then what? Simply, if you understand, so that person who is failure of the doing samadhi on the directly form of the Lord, then that person, he should go for the dharana of the object, which object that will be discussed in the future. So, and by that dharana, he has to clear his impurities in the heart, which are caused by those impurities are caused by the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Clear? So purport persons generally conducted by the modes of passion and ignorance cannot be bona fide candidates for being situated in the transcendental stage of God realization. So that's why even in the first chapter, second chapter, what we are saying, Tada Rajastamo Bhavaha Kama Lobhadayascha Chetayetairanāviddam Sthitam Sattve Prasidati. So what one has to purify this Rajoguna and Tamoguna. The effects of the Rajas and Tamas. What are that? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Ityadi. That's why he said Kama, Lobha, Dayaha. These are the effects of the Rajas and Tamas. Those has to be finished in the heart. These are all the anarthas. Otherwise, we can call it as anarthas. So these anarthas has to be, when finished, then heart will be situated in which? When Rajas and Tamas is finished, then heart will be in the Sattva, pure goodness. Here Sattva means not material Sattva, but it is Vishuddha Sattva. When you chant holy name and Rajas and Tamas are finished, that means what? Many people, they think, oh, Rajoguna and Tamoguna are finished means, so Sattva is remaining. But material Sattva is also not recommended. It's not the is not the criteria to get the darshan of the Lord. Your heart is situated in the Sattva, then what will you get? What you will get? You will be getting the Gnanam actually. If your heart is situated fully filled with the mode of goodness, then you will be realizing what? What you will realize? Huh? When heart is in the full of mode of goodness, material goodness, then what will that kind of heart, spurana, what will be realized in that heart? Lord. Material sattva also Lord will come and sit there. Will come? No. Who will come? Gnana? What is that Gnana? Every day, new day.
We will realize we are not this body.
Yes, he will realize I am not this body. He will be getting the I am soul. Swatma Vishagnanam. That means when a heart is situated in the material goodness, Rajas and Tamas are finished, then he will be understanding himself as soul, I am not the body. That means Chit, Achit, Viveka Buddhi. You will be getting the difference between the body and soul. But how to achieve this? How to achieve this state? How one will achieve? By mode of goodness. What is this? By how? How the heart will be situated in the mode of goodness? How it is possible? Who is going to tell? Online students, raise the hand. No? No answer? Okay. Bhagavad Gita you studied or not? In Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned. What is mentioned? Huh? Anyone want to guess? Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is that? If you do the Nishkama Karma Yoga, that means when you try to make yourself not to react to the dualities, Sukham, Dukkham, Ichha, Dvesha, Labha, Alabha, then slowly, that means without expecting any result, without claiming himself as a doer. So if you do the activities, then you will be situated in the mode of goodness. Then you will be understanding, I am not the body, I am the soul. By being situated in the goodness, one will be getting the gnanam, sattva sanjayate gnanam, sattvam yat brahma darshanam. One will be understanding, I am not the body, I am soul. That is possible by the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Understood? So, but here by chanting holy name and these rajas and tamas are finished, then our heart is situated in not in the goodness, but it is situated in the pure goodness. Then what will happen when heart is situated in the pure goodness? Evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavat tattva vignanam mukta sandasya jayate. Then Lord will come and descend in that heart, and he will directly giving darshan to him. Bhagavat tattva vignanam. In this sloka, what is the meaning of Bhagavat tattva vignanam? What we learn? What is the commentary? Huh? Tell me. Tattva vignanam means what? Vignana means aparoksha gnanam. Here Bhagavat tattva vignanam means aparoksha gnanam. That means he is directly aparoksha. Paroksha means indirect. Aparoksha means is a direct. That means he is directly seeing the, directly realizing the, directly experiencing the Supreme Lord. This will happen. Bhagavat tattva vignanam jayate. This will happen. Okay, that's why, that is the reason here. Here, if one's heart is influenced by the rajas and tamas, then he is not able to so meditate on the Lord. Dhyana, dharana on the directly Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is not possible. Effects of the modes of passion and ignorance are manifested by too much hankering after wealth and women. So you simply imagine, if one is fully influenced by the Rajoguna, then he will be running behind what? Women and wealth. And those who are too much after wealth and women can rectify their leanings only by constant remembrance of Vishnu in his potential impersonal feature. Generally, the impersonalists or the monoists are influenced by the modes of passion and ignorance. Such impersonalists think of themselves as liberated souls, but they have no knowledge of themselves as liberated, no knowledge of the transcendental personal features of the absolute truth. Actually, they are impure in heart on account of being devoid of knowledge of the personal feature of the absolute. So here Srila Prabhupada is telling about the impersonalist, because okay, Prabhupada is telling, yes. by his commentary. This is Prabhupada's own commentary. Such impersonalists think of themselves as liberated souls, but they have no knowledge of the transcendental personal feature of the absolute truth. Actually, they are impure in heart on account of being devoid of knowledge of the personal feature of the absolute. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that after many hundreds of births, the impersonal philosopher surrenders unto the personality of Godhead. Bahunam janmanamante Gnanavan Mam Prapachanti, like that. So to acquire such a qualification of God realization in the personal feature, the neophyte impersonalist is given a chance to realize the relation of the Lord in everything by philosophy of pantheism. What is the pantheism? Anyone know? What is this pantheism? Gokulan Prabhu? Pantheism.
Pantheism. It means to the conception that God is everywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Conception is everything is part of the God. Everything. This is also part of the God. So that is the philosophy of the pantheism. So now that we are going to see. Yes. Because this whole material world is understood as the Virat Rupam. It's the body of the Lord. And in this way, we will be connecting everything with the Lord. So that's why here the word of pantheism came. But here Prabhupada says the real pantheism is possible when everything is offered to the Lord. He is giving a very special meaning. So what is that? So how to understand everything as the Supreme Lord or the part of the Supreme Lord? When you offer everything to the Lord, anything you can offer to the Lord actually. So that is possible. Then everything will be in the service of the Supreme Lord. In this way, there is a proper way of understanding the pantheism actually. He is explaining in the next paragraph. Pantheism in its higher status doesn't permit the student to form a impersonal conception of the absolute truth, but it extends the conception of the absolute truth into the field of the so-called material energy. Everything created by the material energy can be devoted with the absolute by an attitude of service, which is the essential part of living energy. The pure devotee of the Lord knows the art of converting everything into its spiritual existence by this service attitude. And only in that devotional way can the theory of pantheism be perfect. Everything. You can engage any object in this whole world in the service of the Lord. If you have a building, you can offer to the Lord as a temple. If you have a laptop, you can also you can use for the service of the Lord. Your mobile, everything, anything, table, anything. So this is the real pantheism. Why the pantheism word came here? Because so here in this yogis, what they are going to do? They are going to meditate on the sum total. They are going to meditate on the sum total, which is the body of the Supreme Lord, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That is the Virat Rupam. So that's why this pantheism word is used. So here, so that real pantheism, how, when it is possible? So when we engage expertly in the service of the Lord. Anyway, this is a purport, but the main theme you remember. So now our yogi is not able to do the meditation properly. So that's why he's a failure yogi. For the failure yogi, so dharana is recommended. Dharana on what? That is going to be discussed in the next sloka. Yasyam sandharyamanayam sandharyamanaaya yogino bhakti lakshana आसु संपद्यते योगा आश्रयं भद्रमीक्षितः Who is going to read?
O king, by this system of remembrance and by being fixed in the habit of seeing the all good personal conception of the Lord, one can very soon attain devotional service to the Lord under his direct shelter.
Yes. यस्याम संधार्यमाणायाम योगिनः भक्ति लक्षणः आशु संपद्यते योग आश्रयम भद्रम ईक्षतः. See, very important this point here. The failure yogi should go for the dharana. Dharana on what? Dharana on Bhadram Ashrayam. In this sloka it is said. What is that? Bhadram Ashrayam. What is the meaning of Bhadram Ashrayam? Karuna Singh Prabhu. Bhadram Ashrayam.
To take shelter of the personal form of the Lord.
What Prabhupada translated? Bhadram Ashrayam means? The all good. Okay, under the shelter of
Under the
all the
shelter
good.
of the all good.
And the translation what he wrote? Seeing the all good personal conception of the Lord. And that means what? That is what? Bhadram Ashrayam. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what he wrote, you know? Commentary you have in front of you. What he is saying? A Sanskrit word. Bhadram Ashrayam. What he said there? Vishwanath is telling Bhagavantam. Ikshataha dharanaya ikshamanasya. Here, Bhadram Ashraya means Bhagavantam is said. Okay? Our Acharya is telling like that, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And what Sridhar Swami is telling, Bhadram Ashraya means, Bhadram means Sukhatmakam, Ashraya means Vishayam. So Sridhar Swami is saying that, what is that object of the dharana? Is the Sukhatmakam Vishayam. The object which gives the happiness. Shukatmakam Ashraya. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Bhagavantam. What Viragavacharya is saying? Tell me, anyone? You are all able to open the commentary and see or not? How to see, you know? Glossing. You should see that word Bhadram Ashrayam, where it is there in that commentary. Sloka number you select first. Then after that go to that commentary. There you should see the Bhadram. Bhadram means Shubham Ashrayam. Here Viragavacharya is saying what? Bhadram means Shubham. Shubham means auspicious. That means one should meditate on the auspicious object. So like this it is said, one should meditate on this. So then next question, what is happening next? Immediately Parikshit is asking question. In this sloka, object of dharana is not clearly said. It is said as Bhadram Ashrayam. Then what is that? Immediately you will get doubt or not? You are getting or not? Similarly, Parikshit Maharaj also got the doubt. That's why in the next sloka, what he is saying? Huh? Yatra dharana sammata. That means where we should, that means what is the object of the dharana? He is also asking. Then what is the answer? Answer is in the after that sloka. So what is that? Stule bhagavatah rupe. In the 23rd sloka. You should remember the connection. What is happening in the 20, 21, 22, 23. Is it clear? Who is going to tell this? Explain. Gokulanand Prabhu, tell me. Mike.
So
Yeah.
in this text 20 and 21, it's
Yeah.
recommended the dharana for the yogi who is failing,
Yes.
but it's not explicitly stated which is the object of dharana.
Yeah.
And so now King Parikshit is asking, what is the object of dharana?
Okay.
In,
Who is going to tell once? Okay, fine. I want to hear from other online students. Tell me. 19, 20, 19 also. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. What is the connection? Connection between these four slokas. Tell me. Everyone is writing. Why? I don't know what is writing. What they are writing. They are, yes. They are all Brahmaji's followers. Writing. Gokulam Prabhu, your answer is okay, but I want to hear from many. Okay. Bhavagrahi Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes.
Prabhu, till 19th sloka, we discussed about the 8 Ashtanga Yoga processes.
Mm-hmm.
That is for the people who can meditate on and do the and they can follow the process.
Who can meditate on the Sakshat Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, the beautiful Krishna's form.
Yes, Prabhu. If people are in passionate or in the ignorant, they cannot meditate on the form. So what is the solution for them?
Yes.
That has been discussed in 20th sloka. And there it is mentioned that they should meditate on dharana. That means dharanaya on something.
They should do dharana. Meditate, not meditate, dharana.
They should. On what? Dharana on what? It is not mentioned clearly in this sloka. So in the next sloka 21, there is the word called Bhadram Ashrayam.
Yeah.
So based on this, we can understand on what we have to meditate in the dharana.
The object of the dharana, you can say simply, object of the dharana is mentioned in the 21st sloka as Bhadram Ashrayam. Okay? Bhadram. Then that means Bhadram means Acharyas are giving the different commentaries. Bhadram means auspicious, or Bhadram means Sukhatmakam Vishayam. That means which gives the happiness. Or Bhadram means, so Bhagavantam also is given by Vishwanath. So like this it is given. So but it is in this sloka, if you see, mainly Sukadeva Goswami sloka, if you take, it's not directly mentioned the Lord's form or anything. Bhadram Ashtami is only said. So that means the object which is Sukhatmakam, that means which is full of bliss. or happiness. So then that's why Parikshit got the what next? In the 22nd, Bhavgrahi Prabhu. Unmute. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. That is why actually in the 23rd sloka you mentioned that
So that's why
Sthula
Parikshit.
Bhagavato Rupe.
Okay,
It
your
is
signal
there.
is
The Parikshit Maharaj asked the same thing.
Yes, Parikshit Maharaj also asked the same doubt he got. What is that Bhadram Ashrayam?
Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami.
What is that word? Yatra Dharana. That means
Oh, yes,
where
Prabhu, my signal is
Dharana should be performed.
unstable.
On what Dharana should be performed. Then what is the answer for this? In 23rd? Sthule Bhagavataha Rupe. Okay. चली जा रहा है. Okay. Please write the connection between 2.1.19 to 23. Write the question. Okay. You are adding the questions now. Two point 1.19 to 23. Okay, purport. Success of mystic performances is achieved only by the help of the devotional attitude. So, but many times this kind of explanation you may not get easily from the purport, because Prabhupada always push forward the devotion. So that's why this kind of subtle some things, they may not so much clear sometimes, not all the times. So, but okay. Prabhupada also said, after reading my books, you can refer the Acharya's books if you want to go even into the deeper understanding. So that's that kind of quotes also there. Yeah. So that's a success of mystic performance is achieved only by the help of the devotional attitude. Pantheism, or the system of the feeling the presence of the Almighty everywhere, is a sort of training of the mind to become accustomed to the devotional conception. And it is this devotional attitude of the mystic that makes possible the success termination of such mystic attempts. One is not, however, elevated to such a successful status without the tinge of mixture of devotional service. The devotional atmosphere created by the pantheistic vision develops into devotional service in later days, and that is the only benefit of the impersonalist. Why Prabhupada is discussing? There is a cause is there actually. There is a reason. If you go to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary here, there is a point is there. Our Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, if you see the sloka meaning, Yasyam vai sandharyamanayam yoginah bhakti lakshanah yoga sampadyate. Huh? What is simple words if you understand the meaning of this sloka? If someone is always seeing what? Seeing the Bhadram Ashrayam. That means some auspicious object. If he is watching that, then what will happen? To that yogi? So he will be achieving the yoga. He'll be achieving the yoga. Yoga of what kind of yoga? Bhakti Lakshanaha Yoga. If one watches here, Bhadram means Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is taking as Bhagavan. And by that, what will happen? One, through the dharana and watching the Bhagavan, then he will be called as, that kind of yogi is called as what? Bhakti Misra Yogi. Then that will lead to, that kind of yoga will lead to the liberation. But that is not bhakti. This is not the bhakti. So that means bhakti reva lakshanam chihnam. That is, it's bhakti lakshana yoga, but it is not the bhakti yoga. It's bhakti reva lakshanam chihnam yasasaha. That means this yoga is having the some tinge of the bhakti, and this is known as Bhakti Misra Yoga. That means according to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, please try to remember the Acharya who is thinking like this. That is also important. Otherwise, you'll be get confused. I said the total flow based upon the, that means in the general understanding. That means even Vishwanath is Jiva Goswami also is saying. So, but here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, here you will be getting confusion might be, but don't get confused, because if you want to understand the purport, so Srila Prabhupada is following the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. That's why I am also coming to that direction. But in the general flow, you understood, na? The general flow of 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you understood. Here in this 21st sloka, what is said? In the previous sloka, one should do the dharana, is said. And in the 21st, one is doing the dharana. In that dharana, what he is doing? He is seeing what with that dharana? Seeing the Bhagavan. And that yoga is known as what? Bhakti Misra Yoga. And that yoga will not be known as bhakti. But it is what is the result of that yoga? Liberation. It is the liberation, is the moksha sadhakatva. Huh? Yeah, Vishwanath is telling like this. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling like this. Anyway, you can take that he's seeing the Bhagavan means you can take there is no need of taking the Sakshat Bhagavan. You can take Virat also. Because Virat Purusha is also known as Bhagavan. Because that is the Pratima, that is the body of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So in that way, being the Pratima of the Lord, so it is also known as Bhagavan. So in this way, people are feeling drowsy actually. Subject matter is a little difficult. Second canto this is. And that's why it's always, yes.
So, can you explain
Yeah.
how this Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur using the word Bhagavan to refer to what later will be known as one of the Purusha avatar, because it's the gross, the stula,
Yeah.
the gross body of Mahavishnu. And we studied before that the word Bhagavan in the first canto is reserved for Krishna and Balaram,
Yeah.
and Purusha is for Paramatma.
Yeah. Yeah. Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibhi. That one you are saying?
You explained it was at the end of the second chapter of first canto.
Third chapter.
Yeah, third
Jagruhe
chapter, yes.
Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam
exactly.
Bhagavan Mahadadibhi Lokasisrukshaya. What is that sloka? I don't complete. Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam. That is it. Yeah. Here actually Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Bhagavan. Bhadram Ashraya means he is taking Bhagavan. And he is saying this total process as the Yoga Mishra Bhakti. Sorry, Bhakti Mishra Yoga. So that means it's Gunibhuta Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra Yoga, which is prominent. Yoga is a prominent. Yoga is a prominent and Bhakti is little actually. That's why it is known as Gunibhuta Bhakti. Guni Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra, Yoga Mishra Bhakti, then that is Bhakti is prominent. Then what kind of Bhakti that is known as? Pradhani Bhakti. Pradhani Bhakti. What is the example for that? Pradhani Bhakti. Huh? Where it is? In Bhagavad Gita, it is there. 8th chapter. Sloka number. I also forgot. There's a Yoga Mishra Bhakti. Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. Sloka number. Prabhu? 9. Nine. 8 and 9. There. That's a Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti. That means Yoga Mishra Bhakti, that is. Now here what we are doing, this yogi who is failure to meditate on the direct form of the Lord, then for him dharana is recommended. That means he is a Pakka Patanjali follower. Dharana is recommended for him. And what is the object? Only for the sake of meditation, he took the object as Bhagavan. Bhadram Ashrayam. Bhadram means auspicious object. That is Bhagavan. That's why Vishwanath is taking, that is Bhagavan. And saying this is the known as, this process is Yoga Mishra. Yoga Mishra Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra Yoga. Okay? Why he is taking like this? That is the reason. Who is not able to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as explained in the 19, 18, 17 and so on. So one should do the dharana. Or otherwise other acharyas, they will say in the next, we will be seeing in the next discussion, that Bhadram Ashram is nothing but the Virat Rupa also. That is also Bhagavan only. What is the problem? Okay, clear? Now Prabhupada, what he is saying, you see, in this purport. So that's why any yoga system also, Patanjali is defining the system. So there also, there is a need of some tinge of bhakti. bhakti. Otherwise, that sadhana is, you will not give the result. What is the result of the samadhi? Is the liberation. That will not come. Same thing even for the Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is the result? What is the result of Nishkama Karma Yoga? Morning, just a few minutes before I say. Purifying the heart. That will not come by the some bhakti. That's why Nishkama Karma Yogi will offer the result to whom? Lord. With love he is offering? No. He is offering out of Tyaga Buddhi. Tyaga Buddhi means detachment. Here also this yogi is a materialistic yogi, he is not devotee. You should understand which kind of yogi we are discussing. He is a neophyte yogi who is not devotee. He is simply a meditator. And he is meditating on auspicious object. That is nothing but Bhagavan also you can take. Then that is known as Bhakti Misra Yoga. So where it is said without the bhakti, tinge of the bhakti, Nishkama Karma Yoga also will not give the result. Where it is said? Tell. Why you are not, you people, I will put, you make one board. That means take mic like that board and I will hold this. So that anyone starts speaking, I will show this. Adul Gopal Prabhu, you please make that board. Mic. Yeah, please take mic. Like that. I will I will keep like this and I will simply open. It's good now actually. Because previously Siddhahari was there and he was reminding everyone. And Siddhahari anyway he left. Okay, tell.
Hare Krishna. Naishkaramyam apyachyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate jnanamadam niranjanam kutav punah shashvatabhadram ishwari na charpitam karma yadyapya karanam. Means even dry speculation doesn't look good.
I don't need the whole explanation, but where is that? Without bhakti, Nishkama Karma Yoga will not give the...
Na shobhate jnanamalam niranjanam.
Wrong answer. Who is going to tell? If you quote the sloka, you should know from where you are quoting that. What part of the sloka is establishing that? What is that? Naishkama Prachita Bhava. How can you say that? What you studied? We discussed very long. Yes, you want to tell, Prabhu? Goglan Prabhu? Okay, no problem. So who? Puneet, you want to tell? Are Kutah puno shashvata bhadrameshware nacha arpitam yadapi akaranam. Nacha arpitam. That means yad api akaranam. That means akaranam means the karma is done without any reason. That means without any result, without expectation of any result. That means Nishkama Karma Yoga. That Nishkama Karma Yoga, nacha arpitam, if it is not offered to the Lord, Nishkama Karma Yoga, that means in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, what we do? We just leave the results. That's leaving results on whom? It should be done on the Ishvara. If you don't do like that, that is also na sobhate. That means it is useless. Understand? Okay, go. We'll go to the next. That is from the fifth chapter, first canto, 5th chapter, sloka number. One 5 9, not 9, 12. Yes, Prabhu, please.
And again, this Badram Ashrayam,
Yes.
you are saying that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is referring to Bhagavan,
Yes.
but my doubt comes because later in text 23, it's mentioned that it's Paramatma, this Badram Ashrayam.
23.
23.
Stule Bhagavataha Rupe. That is the point. Yes.
Yes, and then in the purport, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, since that in the translation I have, he says Paramatma.
Acha, we'll come to there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the. So you understood the purport, I hope. So this is the thing. Even the yoga system, yoga sadhana will not give the result. Result means moksha. That will not be attained without the bhakti. Some portion of bhakti. Like Nishkam Karma Yoga, which is said in the 1.5.12. Okay, Rajo Vacha Yatha Sandharyate Brahman Dharana Yatra Sammata Yadrushi Hare Dyashu Purushasya Manomalam. Translation. Whoever is having mic, they can read. Yeah.
Okay, I read it. The fortunate King Parikshit, inquiring further, said, O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where the mind has to be applied and how the conception can be fixed so that the dirty things in a person's mind can be removed.
Yes. 3 questions he asked. How yatha sandharyate. So in the previous slokas, Sukadeva Goswami is saying what? If whose mind is affected by the rajas and tamas, they should do the dharana. Dharana on what? Dharana on the auspicious object. So now he is asking, how to do that? What is the word, Sanskrit word? Yatha sandharyate. Yatha. Take the word yatha is telling about how. Now next, yatra. Where? That means on which, on whom dharana should be done. Next, yadrishi. Yadrishi means how. 2 times how came, huh? How is this? No. Yatha yatra yadrishi cha iti kartavyata vishaya tattat visheshana. Yatha. Yatha means how. Yatra means where. Yadrishi means what? Type actually. Okay, we'll be going to see the answer, then you'll get clearly. Okay. So these are the questions are asked by the Parikshit Maharaj. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, hey, why Parikshit is asking this question? This discussion is going for whom? The discussion is, according to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, this discussion is about whom? In whose case is discussed here? The person who is not able to perform direct devotional service. Direct devotional service means directly meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whoever is not able to do that case is discussed here. Then why Parikshit is going inside to this? Why he is digging how to do that and where to do that? Why he is asking? And the answer is said, Vishwanath is saying, just out of curiosity only, not the desire of practice. Only curiosity. Why he doesn't want to practice? Because he is the Shishya, he is a disciple of Sukadeva Goswami. So that's why he is not interested. He is not interested to do this kind of dharana. Puneet, getting? Jignasa eva, natu chikirsha. Sukadeva shishasya tasya sukhabhimatayam suddha bhakto eva pravritya uchityat. Because he is a disciple of the Sukadeva Goswami, then he will be always interested in Shuddha Bhakti only, not in the Bhakti Misra Yoga or anything. Purport: the dirty things in the heart of a conditioned soul are the root cause of all troubles for him. Prabhupada is writing once again, old story. So as conditioned soul, that means previous slokas he is writing. A conditioned soul is surrounded by the manifold miseries, material existence. But on account of his gross ignorance, he is unable to remove the troubles due to dirty things in the heart accumulated during the long prison life in the material world. He is actually meant to serve the will of the Supreme Lord. But on account of dirty things in the heart, he likes to serve his concocted desires. These are all telling about the heart which is affected by the rajas and tamas. Okay, these dirty things of fruity work and empiric philosophy can be removed only by association with the Supreme Lord. The Lord, being omnipotent, can offer his association by his inconceivable potencies. Thus, persons who are unable to pin their faith on the personal feature of the Absolute are given a chance to associate with his Virat Rupa, or the cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord. The cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord is a feature of his unlimited potencies. Prabhupada already entered into the answer also. People directly on the form of the Lord, those will be Virat Rupa. So, okay, next, Maharaj Parikshit was already directly, next paragraph. Maharaj Parikshit was already directly connected with the personal feature of the Lord Sri Krishna. And as such, he had no need to inquire from Sukadeva Goswami about where and how to apply the mind in the impersonal Virat Rupa of the Lord. But he inquired after a detailed description of matter for the benefit of others. Prabhupada is giving another reason actually. What he is saying? He is meditating, he is asking this question. So, how to do the dharana on that Bhadram Ashrayam, that means auspicious object, that is Virat Rupa. He is saying, because he wants to, he is asking this question for others' sake. Yes. They have a poor estimation of the potency of the Lord. Generally, people who are materialistic, people who don't believe the personal form of the Lord, so to them it will help to understand the sum total of the cosmic creation. If they understand, and they understand this is the body of the Lord, then they will easily, slowly after that. So initially, this neophyte yogi will meditate on the Virat Rupa, then finally he should reach to what? Personal feature. That means Antaryami of that Virat. That is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. That is a goal actually. In the next chapter, we will be seeing that. Okay, I am going to the next sloka. Sri Shuka Uvacha Jitasano Jitashvaso Jitasango Jitendriyaha Stule Bhagavato Rupe Manah Sandharayedhiya. Online students, Gopal Champu Prabhu. What? Vipin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Sukadeva Goswami answered, one should control the sitting posture, regulate the breathing process by the yogic pranayam, and thus control the mind and senses, and with intelligence apply the mind to the gross potencies of the Lord, called the Virat Rupa.
Thank you. So, Yatha, in these three questions are asked by the Parikshit in the last sloka we are seeing. Yatha, Yatra, Yadrishi. So, first one is answered, Yatha. How to do? What he has to do? Jitasanaha. First, he should asana. That means able to sit in one place so successfully without shaking, hearing, going here and there. Yeah, steadily sitting. Jitasana, conquering the sitting posture. That's why Yama, Niyama, Asan. Third one, Jitasana. Next, Jitaswasa. It is what? It is the pranayam. Jitasangaha. So it is, that means controlling the mind and senses. That is a pratyahar. So after that, Jitendriyaha, both Jitasanga, Jitendriya will come to the pratyahar. So then after that, what he has to do? Next one is what? Yama, Niyama, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar. Next, Dharana. Next, he should come to the Dharana. So Dharana on what? Stule Bhagavataha Rupe. So now that answer is given. Yeah, this is a clearly he said that Bhadram Ashrayam is answered here. That is there. It is not said clearly, but it is clarified here. Stule Bhagavataha Rupe. That is a Virat Rupa. Okay. So that means this is and also what question is answered? Yatra is also answered. Yes or no? Second question is also answered. Yatha, Yatra, Yadrishi. Yatra is also said or not? Where? Where to meditate? Stule Bhagavat Rupe. Bhagavataha Rupe. So that's why Yatra Sammata Ityasya Uttaram Vadan. So that means if the yogi who is not able to meditate on the Antaryami, that means who is in his heart, then what they should do? They should meditate on Virat Rupa. What is the reason? Why we have to meditate on the Virat Rupa? To come out from the effects of Rajas and Tamas. Okay, clear? Sloka meaning is clear. Stule Bhagavataha Rupe Manaha Sandharaye Dhiya. You should focus your mind on the gross form of the Lord. Purport. The materially absorbed mind of the conditioned soul doesn't allow him to transcend. Yeah, you are saying Paramatma. Where is that, Prabhu?
Yes, in the translation by Banu Swami,
okay.
It's saying that, can I read it?
Yeah, you can read.
It says, for those yogis who cannot concentrate on the spiritual form of the Paramatma mentioned in verse 21,
yes,
concentration on the universal form for
yes.
removing the continuation of attraction and repulsion is described. But in the Sanskrit, I don't see the word Paramatma. But
yeah.
This is
So
the
it is
Vishwanath
actually
Chakravarti Thakur.
Maharaj is translating the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. In the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary, it is said, Purvoktasya antaryaminah chidgana swarupe. So previously said antaryami, meditating on antaryami. So that if one is not able to do that, meditating on antaryami, that means that is a Paramatma, then they has to go for this. So that's why he translated like that. Okay, no problem.
So Prabhu, then the Badram Ashrayam is actually Antaryami.
Antaryami, he is taking like that. But there, Bhagavantam is said. Then what will happen if you go with the according to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? Then flow will be not with the others actually, others flow. So what is happening? First till 19, we are seeing the meditating on the direct form of the Lord. So that is not happen. One is not able to do that. Then he has to meditate on the. He has to do the dharana, and dharana on what? So Badram Ashrayam is said. Then if you take there is a Paramatma, is also possible, but how we are seeing Sridhar Swami and Jiva Goswami, they are seeing. So this 20 is telling about the dharana, and sthanam badram is the some, that means auspicious object. So what is that? That question is asked by the Parikshit. Then answer is said, Stule Bhagavatah Rupe. So like this it goes. Yeah, this is the flow.
So there's a difference between, and Jiva Goswami is saying that 21 refers to Stule, but Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, 21 refers to Antaryami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also you see, if that is and sometimes you can take whatever you like, and because all acharyas are perfect. And so what I feel personally, so Badramashram I will take auspicious object, and that's why Parikshit got the doubt, or that's why he's asking Yatra Sammata. He said, he asked the question, then answer is given. I will go like that. But purport is written based upon the Vishwanath, that's why I was forced to explain Vishwanath Chakravarti commentary also. Because if I miss the purport, then it is not good. No? So then purport is based upon the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary. That is the thing. So then according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, if you think, then Bhagavantam means he's taking the Paramatma, that's Antaryami. Badram, then Badram Ashram is he's taking as Bhagavan, that is nothing but the Antaryami. Then he is getting the doubt once again. If it is Bhagavan, then why Parikshit is getting the doubt? Some question we'll get or not. So it's okay, maybe. Okay, where we are? Okay, perfect. Yes. And to do so, one may fix one's mind on the gross material or external feature of the Lord. Anyway, after coming to this sloka, all are merging, all are saying to the same point. They have no controversial thing here. Stule Bhagavatah Rupe means they are taking Virat. So that's the different parts of the gigantic form of the Lord are described in the following verses. The materialistic men are very anxious to have some mystic powers as a result of such a controlling process. But the real purpose of yogic regulation is to eradicate the accumulated dirty things like lust, anger, aversity, and all such material contaminations. This is the main, what is the main purpose of the Ashtanga Yoga? To clear the dust and getting liberated from this material world. That is the goal actually. And in that process also, there is some element of bhakti should be there. Yes. He is therefore recommended to fix his gross materialistic mind by different conception and thus realize the potency of the Lord. As soon as the potencies are understood to be instrumental manifestation of the transcendence, one automatically advances to the next step, and gradually the stage of full realization becomes possible for him. Okay, now I asked one question in our discussion, starting of our discussion. What is that question? Why one has to meditate on Virat? If one's heart is contaminated by the Rajas and Tamas or products of the Rajas and Tamas, he has to meditate on Virat. Why? That is coming. Here Prabhupada is giving some clue, but we'll be seeing in the next sloka very clearly. Visheshastasya dehoyam stavishtascha staviyasam yatredam vyajyate vishvam bhutam bhavyam bhavascha sat. Everyone is not reciting. Please recite. Translation. Online students who will lead, you should take the name, then only they will. Yes, Prabhu. Ravindra Chetan Prabhu, yes.
The gigantic manifestation of the phenomenal material world as a whole is the personal body of the absolute truth, wherein the universal resultant past, present, and future of material time is experienced.
Okay, bro. Thank you. Visheshaha. In this sloka, the word Visheshaha means Virat Deha. Virat Deha. This is the meaning. That means Samishti Virat. You should take here Visheshaha means Samishti Virat. So Tasya Dehoyam Stavishtasya Staviyasam Yatra Idam Vijjate Vishwam Bhutam Bhavyam Bhavascha Sat. This is Virat Deha. So that is a place where the existence of universe is there. We read in the first canto, third chapter. What is that sloka? The third sloka. Yasya avayava samsthanaihi kalpito loka vistaraha tadvai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattva murchitam. What is the meaning of this sloka? What we remember? Initially, Lord is there and he wants to do the creation. Then he took the Purusha Avatara. Then after that, so what he did? So that is the Karanarnava Sai Vishnu. And because of him, this Prakriti is agitated and Mahat all are created. And then after that, from those elements, Maya Devi will be creating the big Brahmandas. And in that, so Karanarnava Sai Vishnu is entering in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So then Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, that's why Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is the Amsha of the Amsha Avatara of Karanarnava Sai Vishnu. And it is a Pradyumna Vyuha. So then after that, what happened? He is lying down. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is lying down on the water. And how many hands and legs he is having? Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu? Thousands of hands and legs. And then what happened? Based upon the structure of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, there is a creation of these 14 planetary systems. In the shape of what? In the shape of the way Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu looks. Yasya avayava samsthanaihi kalpitaha loka vistaraha. So this here clearly in the Krishna Sandarbha it is explained. So that means this creation, this material creation is done in the form of Virat, and that Virat is looking in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Clear or not? Forget. Okay, good. So now one has to meditate on that form. That form, the form which is nothing but the creation, is complete, is a sum total of creation. On that form one should meditate. Yatra, that's why yatra idam vishvam. Idam vishvam means this material creation is existing in that form. That Virat form. Vishesha means Virat Deha. That means Ati Sthula Namapi Sthula Taraha. It is the bigger than the biggest. It is the biggest one. That's why it is known as Virat Deha. It's a big, gigantic manifestation. Where this whole creation is existing. So why one should meditate this form, whose mind is agitated by the Rajas and Tamas? The reason is given by the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He is saying like this. Everything yatra idam drishyate ityanena drishyashravyadi vastu matranam bhagavad vibhutitvad bhagavad rupatvena dhyeyatve sati swardha asuyadayaha na koapi bhayeyu. Everything, even in the Vibhuti Yoga, if you see in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord is saying that I am the banyan tree among the trees. I am the Prahlad among the Asuras. I am the what? Tell. Indra among Devatas. So like this, he is all the, and finally says that everything is the my Vibhuti. It's a my manifestation only. So that's why if you are able to see every object as the Vibhuti of the Lord, every object, every material object also as the Vibhuti of the Lord. In this way, if you meditate, then what will happen? There will be no spardha and there is no asuya. That means there is no competition and there is no enviousness. Because everything is seen as Lord's potencies. If someone is very nice and top in the class, that means his intelligence is also Vibhuti of the Lord. If you see in this way, is there any spardha? No. Is there any enviousness? No. But if you see that intelligence belongs to that particular student, then you will get enviousness. So that means in the meditating on Virat means what is happening? You are seeing everything as Vibhuti of the Lord. That is the point. That's why if you see any beautiful girl, then what do you think? It is also a manifestation of the It's a Lord's energy, and you will not get any lust out of that. In this way, kama, krodha, lobha, ityadi will be suppressed, will be finished. Na kvapi bhaveyuhu. Then what will happen? Chitta shuddhi will happen. Then heart will be purified. That's why one should meditate on the Virat. In the Virat, what we are doing? We are seeing everything is the opulence of the Lord. Understood? Chitta Suddho. Then that kind of person who is becoming, whose heart is purified by meditating on the Virat, then he will meditate on whom? Finally, Vishnu. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Vishnu, beautiful form of the Vishnu. He will meditate. That is a success then. He is success. Question? So dharana means it is a very tender one actually. It is also one kind of smaranam. Smaranam is 5 types I said na. Smaranam, dharana, dhyanam, dhruvanusmritihi, samadhi. So dharana is also tender one only. So most powerful one is what? Samadhi. So that's why here one should do dharana. Okay, purport. Anything, either material or spiritual, is but an expansion of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the omnipotent Lord has his. Why one should meditate on the, why neophyte yogi should meditate on the Virat Rupa? Right question. So he can see, hear, touch, or manifest himself anywhere and everywhere. And also give the sloka number 24, 2.1.24. And put in the bracket VCT. You can also write, it will be useful for you. We are not going to share that. That is for my purpose actually, because I should make question bank, so that's why I'm making parallelly. If you want, you can also write. Okay, next Bhagavad Gita. The omnipotent Lord has his transcendental eyes, heads, and other bodily parts distributed everywhere. He can see, hear, touch, or manifest himself anywhere and everywhere, for he is present everywhere as the super soul of all infinitely small souls, although he has his particular abode in the absolute world. The relative world is also his phenomenal representation. Wow, it's a big purport. Yes, because it is nothing but an expansion of his transcendental energy. Although he is in his abode, his energy is distributed everywhere, just as the sun is localized as well as expanded everywhere. Prabhupada is discussing in this how Lord is expanding his energies, his potencies into various forms, various spiritual and material forms. Since the rays of the sun, being non-different from the sun, are accepted as expansions of the sun disk, like the sun is there and the sunlight is expanded to the various places into the same way. This is in the Vishnu Purana. It is said that as fire expands its rays and the heat from one place, similarly the Supreme Spirit, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, expands himself by his manifold energy everywhere and anywhere. The phenomenal manifestation of the gigantic universe is only a part of his Virat body. Only a part of his Virat body. He is having a big body. It is in this, it is located, all these, this 14 planetary systems. Less intelligent men cannot conceive of the transcendental, all spiritual form of the Lord, but they are ast- astounded, astounded by his different energies, just as his aborigines are struck with wonder by the manifestation of lightning, a gigantic mountain, or a hugely expanded banyan tree. The aborigines praise the strength of the tiger and the elephant because of their superior energy and the strength. The Asura cannot recognize the existence of the Lord, although there are vivid descriptions of the Lord in the revealed scriptures. Although the Lord incarnates and exhibits his uncommon strength and energy, and although he is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by learned scholars and the saints like Vasudeva, Narada, Ashita, and Devala in the past, and by Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, as also by the Acharyas like Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva, and Lord Sri Chaitanya in the modern age. The Asuras don't accept any evidential proof from the revealed scriptures, nor do they recognize the authority of the great Acharyas. They want to see with their own eyes at once. Therefore, they can see the gigantic body of the Lord as Virat, which will answer their challenge. And since they are accustomed to paying homage to superior material strength, so like that of a tiger, elephant, and lightning, they can offer respect to the Virat Rupa. Prabhupada is giving one more reason. These neophyte yogis, they are not in, they don't have any belief in the supreme, beautiful form of the Supreme Lord. So, but they have the faith in the something which is more powerful. So that's why, and also they want to see directly. So they can see directly the Virat Rupa, and also which is very powerful. So that's why they can accept this initially. Then slowly, by meditating on this, heart is purified. Then they will also realize the Supreme Lord. This is the way Prabhupada is giving the reason. A pure devotee of the Lord, being unaccustomed to looking into such a mundane, gigantic form of the Lord, requires special vision for the purpose. The Lord therefore favored Arjuna with the special vision for looking into his Virat Rupa, which described in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So, this Virat Rupa of the Lord was especially manifested not for the benefit of the Arjuna, but for the unintelligent class of men who accept anyone and everyone as an incarnation of the Lord and so misled the general mass of people. Anyway, this is Bhagavad Gita. We are seeing the Virat Rupa. So Arjuna is not interested just for the sake of others. So how the Lord's energies are expanding entire the creation to show that. So Krishna showed that Virat Rupa. For them, the indication is that one should ask the chief incarnation to exhibit his Virat Rupa, and thus he established as an incarnation. The Virat Rupa manifestation of the Lord is simultaneously a challenge to the atheist and a favor for the Asuras, who can think of the Lord as Virat and thus gradually cleanse the dirty things from their hearts in order to become qualified to actually see the transcendental form of the Lord in the near future. This is from this line from the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. This is when they meditate on the Virat Purusha, then gradually their heart is purified. Why the heart is purified? Because every material object they are seeing as the potency of the Lord. Because of this, there is no enviousness and there is no hatred or any competition nature. This is a favor of the all the merciful Lord to the atheist and the gross materialist. For the gross materialist and also for the atheist, it is recommended. Next, Andakoshe Shariresmin, Andakoshe Shariresmin, Sapta Varna Samyute, Vairaja Purusho Yosau, Bhagavan Dharanashrayah. Translation: the gigantic universal form of the personality of Godhead within the body of the universal shell, which is covered by sevenfold material elements, is the subject for the Virat conception. Where is this Virat Purusha? He is in the Andakosha. Where this Virat Purusha is explained here. Virat Purusha exists in what? In the central part of the Brahmanda. What is the diameter of the Brahmanda? Central part. It is having how many layers? 7 layers. So that is the earth, water, fire, and so on. So 7 layers are there. But inside core is there. Core. What is the diameter of the core? That is a 50 crores of the Abillion.
Every layer is a 5 crore.
Panchashata koti yojana pramane brahmande. What is the diameter of the Brahmanda? Anda. You know, this is the one anda, big anda is there. And then after that, layers starts. Earth, water, fire. So like this, air and sky, keep on layers. Layers are there on that. So the inner diameter is what? 50 crores of yojanas. If you translate into the English numbers, then it is 1 crores is how many miles? Oh, sorry, 1 yojana is how many miles? 8 miles. Then 50 crores of yojanas means how many miles? 400 crores of miles. Means 4 billion miles. So that means the diameter of the inner core of the Brahmanda is what? 4 billion miles. 4 billion miles. Okay. On top of this, how many layers are covering this 4 billion diameter? 7 layers. What are those? Prudhivi, Apaha means water, Teja means fire, Vayu means air, Akasha, Ahankara and Mahat. Ahankara and Mahat. These are the 7 layers. Yes. In this Andakosha, Virat Purusha is there. Why the Virat Purusha is known as the Bhagavan here? So in this sloka, Vairajaha Purusha Bhagavan. Bhagavan is said. Virat Purusha is also known as Bhagavan. What is the reason? The reason is, so in that Virat Purusha, who is the Antaryami? Antaryami is the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Ditya Purusha. So tat pratimatvena upasyamanaha. Because this Virat Deha is the Pratima. Is idol, or otherwise we can say this is Pratima means is a representation, like a deity, like the deity. Is a representation. This Virat Rupa is a representation to the Lord. That's why it is also known as Bhagavan. Understood? Why Virat Purusha is known as Bhagavan? Clear? Any question on this till now? First day little bit slow. Tomorrow I will finish chapter and start second. Next coming slokas are very easy. Just this is only one simple format. We'll read the slokas and translation, finish. Done. Only main concept is here only. Purport. Simultaneously, the Lord has multifarious other forms, and all of them are identical with the original fountainhead form of the Lord Sri Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, it has been proven that the original transcendental and eternal form of the Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, but by his inconceivable internal potency, Atma Maya, he can expand himself by multifarious forms and incarnations simultaneously without being diminished in his full potency. 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. So all are perfect and all are complete. All the avatars are complete. So he is complete, and all the innumerable complete forms emanate from him. He is still complete without any loss. That is his spiritual or internal potency. In the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, manifested his Virat Rupa just to convince the less intelligent class of men who cannot conceive of the Lord as appearing just like human being. And that he factually has the potency of his claim to be the supreme absolute person without any rival or superior. So that means na sama na adhika. No one is equal to him or no one is superior to him. He is the highest. So materialistic man can think, although very imperfectly, of the huge universal space comprehending an innumerable number of planets as big as the sun. They can see only the circular sky overhead without any information that this universe, as well as many other hundreds of thousands of universes, are each covered by sevenfold material coverings of water, fire, air, sky, ego, noumenon, and material nature, just like a huge football pumped and covered, floating on the water of the causal ocean, wherein the Lord is lying as Mahavishnu. You all know. So Karna Vishnu is also known as Mahavishnu. He is lying in the Karna ocean, and there are so many balls, footballs, balls. These are Brahmandas, and they are all filled with the water. Some extent, half water is filled, and everywhere in every Brahmanda there is one Virat Purusha. All the universes in seed are emanating from breathing of the Mahavishnu, who is but a part of partial expansion of the Lord. So that's why. So, but Karnanasa Vishnu is coming from which? From the Mahasankarsha. And in this way, the material world are being created and vanished by the supreme will of the Lord. The poor, foolish materialistic can just imagine how ignorantly he puts forward an insignificant creature to become his rival incarnation simply on the allegations of a dying man. But the people who are not having idea of this, so they will be having so many proposals. And the Virat Rupa was particularly exhibited by the Lord just to give lessons to such a foolish man, so that one can accept a person as the incarnation of the Godhead only if such a person is able to exhibit such a Virat Rupa as Lord Krishna did. So that's why people who are materialistic people, so that's why Virat Purusha is the object of meditation for whom? For the materialistic people, not for the devotees. Those people, then their heart will be purified by that. The materialistic person may concentrate his mind on the Virat or the gigantic form of the Lord in his own interest and as recommended by the Sukadeva Goswami, but he must be on his guard not to be misled by pretenders who claim to be the identical person as Lord Krishna but are not able to act like him or exhibit the Virat Rupa, comprehending the whole of the universe. So Prabhupada is saying here, So no one should not be misled by the so-called Bhagavans. If you are Bhagavan, then you should show the Virat Rupa. Then show that. Otherwise, keep quiet. Okay. This is enough. Tomorrow we will finish this. 1 hour it will take for the finishing. Then after 1.5 hours, we'll start the next. Mostly. At least 1.5 hours if it takes also, we can start next chapter. Because remaining slokas are just how to meditate on the Virat. That means where you have to imagine actually. Virat Rupa is there, but yogi will be imagining. He is imagining the, so this Patala is here and these planets are here, these planets are here. Yeah, he has to imagine. Yogi will be imagining. So now you can sit here and you can imagine Dhaka. Yes or no? No? Yeah. Like that. Questions? Yes, please. Which line? Online students? Raise the hand. Yes,
Just a small question, Prabhu. In the purpose, the poor foolish materialist can just imagine how ignorantly he puts forward an insignificant creature to become his rival incarnation, simply on the allegations of a dying man. Can you explain that?
So that means these people, they claim, so I am the incarnation or someone has incarnation like that. And if they want to claim like that, then show the Virat Rupa. Yeah. Online students? No? Okay. Very good, actually. No questions means. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Huh? Okay, tomorrow we'll take this question. Already time is over.
Regarding presentation, Prabhuji.
Prabhu?
Regarding presentation, Prabhuji.
Oh, presentation actually, Kanaya Krishna Prabhu is saying he will be conducting after third canto is finished.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Just to clear that, because we are having something in our mind.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Fine. I will conduct first exam who failed and also who didn't appear. Whoever didn't appear for that. So very soon I will conduct the exam, re-exam. No, first exam let me conduct and then I will see. Because now you don't have any exams now till the at least 5 chapters should be finished. In the second canto you'll be having 2 exams. First 5 chapters 1 exam and second 5 chapters 1 exam. So now before having the first exam in the second chapter, so let us finish the re-exam. We will conduct the re-exam of the first canto, first exam. Okay? First canto, first exam, I will reconduct. Date I will give. How many are there to write? First you didn't answer it. Nama Sankirma, you got 56 marks, I think. Your marks, yeah. So many are there actually. Yeah, 57, yes. Yeah. Seeing paper we don't get. No. I checked actually thoroughly. I went to second time also your paper. Yeah. I can suggest some places where you want to, but we don't show the paper. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, third exam, I could not appear in the third exam.
Okay,
so
it will take time, Mataji.
Will it be conducted simultaneously for all the 3 exams?
No, because no. Result has to come, then we'll conduct that. And also one day 2 exams, no, it's not possible because you cannot prepare. Sometimes some students, they have to write 2 exams.
Acha.
That's right.
Okay.
1 exam for one time. And this is only the last chance. I cannot conduct again and again. It's difficult for me. Because the last chance. At least 10 days before. So what is the better day? I now only will decide. First exam, what is the date today? Today is 14th. 14th. So on what day? 10 days you take 24. 1 Sunday only I will conduct, because working days we cannot. Sunday. Saturday anyway you have holiday, and Sunday we can have exam before lunch. 27 Sunday. Any festival, anything is there? No, no. 27. Okay, 27th will be your exam. First exam. I will send the message also. Okay, everyone. Yeah, same syllabus but not same paper. Paper will be changed. Okay, 27th. Okay, first exam. Prepare for that. No, same question bank. Some questions will be changed.
Prabhuji, any tentative date? Prabhuji, any tentative date for the re-exam for third exam? Third exam.
Second exam I can guess at least, but third exam, let us have the result, because you will be having one more first exam for the second canto. I will tell. I need time, Mataji, actually. But I can assure that 10 days before I will tell.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So that
Thank
you
you.
can
Yes, Prabhuji.
peacefully prepare for that.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.